Hi everybody and welcome to the first episode of the Learn Yanfly's plugin series. This is for those of you who want to learn about the free plugins. I am your host, the Super Yuki, and today we're going to take a look at the very first plugin from Yanfly, and that is the Core Engine plugin. But before we go into our first plugin, let me show you how to start putting your plugins in. Any plugins that you download from this goes for any plugin publisher, you go to your game folder and open folder. You want to go to your JS folder and your plugins folder and you paste them here so that they can be put into your plugin manager, which is this puzzle piece. So we're going to take a look at that. Now let's just say that you have. Do not worry about plugin links. I will be providing them in the link in the description below. So we're gonna get started. The first plugin is the Core Engine plugin, and that is very simple. It is the core plugin for each plugin from Yanfly. So let's have a look at that. I'm gonna actually take both of these off. These are default, and I'm gonna replace that with the Core Engine plugin. You see I have a lot of plugins from Yanfly and some other people, but that's because I downloaded them already. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Core Engine plugin, and I'm going to show you how to read this window here. So here is the name of the plugin, here's the status, here is the description provided by the plugin creator, the author of this plugin, the help file, and the parameters. This is where you read information about the plugin in terms of what can you do with it and some other cool stuff, including note tags, which we will be covering in this series. In parameters, you can change these however you want. Just make sure you know what it means and what it does. Alright, so let's go ahead and go over the help file of the Core Engine plugin. So the Core Engine plugin's help file is not bad, it's really good. You can set the price of weapons, items, armor, and armors with this note tag, price of X. Please keep in mind that this is for items with gold only. We will be talking about other items you can use later on in different plugins. The enemy note tag will allow you to decide how much of gold you receive when you defeat an enemy. Item note tags, max item means how many of that item can you carry at a time. For example, you want to put a limit of 20 potions for each player. Therefore, you put max item of 20. I'm going to show you some examples of that in just a moment. We're going to also take a look at the actor note tags, and that is the initial level X, max level X. The initial level means what level do you start with, and the max level is what is the max level for that character. You can never go, so if you put 24, then that's it. You can never go above 24. Alright. Class learn skill learn note tag will allow you to learn a certain skill at a certain level. Learn at level X means learn at level X, meaning what level you want to put that skill at. Weapon and armor note tag, stat plus X or stat minus X will depend on what you want to put for this thing here. For example, if you want to HP, you put stat, you put HP plus 12. We're going to take a look at that too. Same thing with the enemy note tags as well. We're going to take a look at some of these. Alright, and that's all you have to do for this help file. For this parameter screen, we're going to take a look at some parameters that we can change, including the screen width and screen height. I would keep them at default, however, unless you really know what kind of game you want. Do not try 1080p. Now with RPG Maker MV. And then you can also check out some other stuff. I would keep everything default, even if we're going to include different plugins that change these things. I would leave everything default. I'm gonna also include some type of color code for you guys, so you guys can check that out. And now let's go ahead and play with this plugin. Let's change some settings around so that we can actually play with it. So we're gonna mess up with the screen width and screen height. So I'm not going to actually change it yet. We're gonna play it as is right now. Well, there's nothing to play really. There is, but there's nothing really to play with in terms of the game. And as you can see, that is your normal screen width and screen height. Your normal menu and all that good stuff. Pretty cool, huh? But let's change that and actually change it to, let's say, 900, and then we can put 700. So now we're gonna press OK, and we're gonna press OK. We're gonna go ahead and play test. And as you can see, because we did change the width and height, you see black background now. You can never go here, and you can never go here. The only time you should actually change it, the width and height, is only for testing purposes. I would not do it in your final build. Alright, so we can go back to default here. So 816, and then we have, for the height, we have 624. So I'll go back to default with the width and height. We also have max level. Everything here is primarily more of a common sense thing in this case. For this plugin. Now let's take a look at some cool stuff. Let's actually play with the note tag. So let me show you that one moment here. We're going to actually open a shop. So what I'm going to do is build random stuff here, just so that we have something to play with, okay? So let's just say this thing right here is going to be our shop. So what I'm going to do is double click here. I'm going to add some people here. We're going to run a shop. We're not going to put anything else in there now. So let's go ahead and take a look again at the note tags. So let's go ahead and go to our prices here. So before we head into price X category, let's actually populate our item shop by going to page 3 of the event commands, going to shop processing. We're going to double click and we're going to add potion, magic water, dispel herb, and stimulant. The prices here are default to 50, 100, 200, 300. Now because I'm going to be nice, I'm going to add a treasure chest, and I'm going to put gold 9,200. Now let's try it out. So when we play test, we're gonna get 9,200 gold, and we're gonna see that on the bottom left here, 9,200 gold. We are now going shopping, and we're going to buy some potions here. We're gonna buy 5 potions, 5 of everything. So as you can see here, we have 5 of everything. Now, as you can see how much gold it's going to cost you for that amount on where my cursor is. Now though, let's actually change the price. Let's go to our settings here, our database. Let's go to items. Let's go to note. We're going to right click and go to plugin help. We're going to go click our plugin from Core Engine, and we're going to take a look at the price. The price note tag. Price X. So we're going to change the price of this item. Alright. We're going to go price, let's say, capital P of course. We're going to say 200. So what happens, what's really going to happen now, when we playtest, it's going to override this. This price is the override of this. So let's go ahead and playtest. And you're going to see the following. Oops, I forgot to grab my gold, but as you already saw there, you already saw what I'm looking for. You can see that the potion is now 200 gold instead of the regular 50 gold. Because we changed the price, and remember, once you change the price, it's actually overrides the database price. So once you use that note tag, you override the default. Alright? And we can do the same for each one of these. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at another note tag. Excuse me. Let's take a look at this note tag from the actors. We're going to use the initial level note tag here as an example. We're going to go to actors, and we're going to have Harold, and we're going to have him at initial level 5. Alright, now right now he's at level 1, but remember, because we're using the note tag, we're going to override this. So we're going to apply that, and we're going to play test. Remember, in our first example, he was level 1, now he's level 5. And as you can see here on the menu, he is currently at level 5 because we override the level 1 initial level from the database. Now let's go ahead and add a sword into our play here. We're going to add a sword for a reason though. We're going to add weapon and sword, and we're going to increase it by 4. Whoever can wear a sword at that time. But we're going to include something else. We're going back to our database, and we're going to go to weapons, and we're going to click on our note area. On the sword, of course, going to go to look at our new note tag. That new note tag, my friends, is this, the stat note tag. Now, to use this, we're going to replace the word stat with one of the following: HP, MP, ATK, DEF, MAT, MDF, AGI, or LUK. In hindsight, your stats: HP, MP, attack, defense, magic attack, magic defense, agility, or luck. Alright, so we're gonna take a look at that. So let's go ahead and give the player 20 HP and 20 attack points. So what we do is we're going to put HP plus 20. Then on the new line, we're gonna put ATK plus 20 as well, and then we're gonna close it. We're going to apply and press OK, and then we're going to include that sword. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats before we equip the sword. And as you can see, we have a sword here, but we're going to clear that so that we can understand how to use it. We're going to equip the sword, and as you can see here, we have attack goes way up by 20 because we changed it by 20 and we're going to equip it. You can also see HP went up by 20 in terms of max HP. 650 over 670 instead of 650 out of 650. So you do increase your max HP, but you do not increase your current HP. Alright. Let's go ahead and take a look at one more. To take a look at one more node tag here. And let's see what we can play with. Let's go ahead and actually battle here. We're going to change the amount of EXP earned. So what I'm going to do first, we're going to go to our data. Let's actually add our enemy in. And of course everybody loves that slime guy, so we're going to do that. The slime guy here, and we're going to double click and we're going to go to tab number 3, battle processing. We're going to include the slime here. This time we can do that. We can escape and lose, of course. We're going to apply. Now, let's go to our database here. And let's take a look at the enemies tab here. As you can already see, we have 0 EXP and 0 gold. However, with our node tags, we can automatically override this. Let's say 58 EXP and 25 gold by our standard. But we're going to change that right now with our node tags. So as you can see here, let's take a look at the node tags once again. In the enemy section, we have gold X, how much gold you're going to grab for winning that battle, and we can also do that for EXP as well when it comes to battle as well. Alright, so once again we're going to do this gold thing again. Okay, so we're gonna say, let's say instead of 25 gold, let's go gold, and we're gonna say 400. Then on the next line we're gonna put EXP and we're gonna put 200. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna battle this line here so that we can see how it works. Let's have a look at this. Now, right now I'm using the front view. You can actually use a side view for this engine. I'm not using it right now because I forgot to set it up. Alright, so we're gonna have to finish this battle first before we actually move on with our thing here, our lesson here. There we go. And I think we got him. I think we got it. Let me see if we got it right though. I don't think we did. Give me just one quick moment. Let me just do one thing to make sure that. Interesting. Because I'm sure it would have worked. Let's try one more time. You see what happened here? We're gonna continue here. Let's see if we got it. Let me see. I want to make sure I got it right in terms of execution. see what I got. Nothing. Interesting. Because I remember setting this up correctly. But technically you're supposed to grab the items that we just already put in there. The EXP and gold here. Unless something else happened that I did not see. But basically that's it for the no tags in that area. Let's go ahead and take a look at one more thing that we can do, and that is the max item. So we're gonna go ahead and go to items, and we're gonna say that potion is going to have a max item of 5. That means you can no longer carry more than 5 of that potion. You can carry as much of other items, but you can only carry up to 5 potions. So let's go ahead and get our gold. So when we buy stuff, as you can see, we are locked at 5 potions here, because we set it up to where we can only use 5 at a time before moving on to our new item. If you want to buy more, you need to use them. Okay, so this is useful for, like, let's say that you have some overpowered items per se, and you want to make sure you limit that. This is a good way to do so. There are some other plugins that we're going to talk about that actually deal with even more of a limitation to make sure players don't use your special moves a lot. So let's say we buy 2 potions, and I believe we do not use any because of the max here. So you can only buy 3 more because you're only limited to 5. Once you use it though, then you can start buying again. Alright, the other items are unaffected because I did not put the no tag for that particular item. Alright, and basically that's it for the tutorial of the core engine plugin. Next time we're going to take a look at the main menu manager plugin for you guys. Okay, and that's it for today. We hope to see you guys on the next lesson, and thanks for watching.